Good evening and welcome to TDM Talk Show. The city is home this weekend to the Macau Cricket Festival. Teams from Hong Kong and Guangdong will be joining local counterparts in a bid to promote a sport that is very popular in some parts of the world, such as South Asia, the United Kingdom or Australia. Here in Macau, cricket has been played at least since the mid-1980s, and almost 10 years ago, a group of cricket lovers set up the Macau Cricket Association. Our guest has been at the helm of the association. Adnan Nasim is in the forefront of raising awareness on the beauty of this bat and ball game. Adnan Nasim, thank you very much for joining us and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting.
Thanks a lot. Let's start by talking about this event, the Macau Cricket Festival, which is going to take place on Sunday, the 23rd of July. After a 5-year lapse, why?
Well, there are many reasons. One of the main reasons was that there were not enough places for us to play cricket for festival. Other reason was that a lot of people were moving from here to there 5 years ago. And many of our players moved to different places, Singapore, Philippines, other places. So we had some difficulty finding a place to play and also finding players to join and organize the event.
And finally, it's coming into fruition. And it's going to be a celebration, I would say.
Definitely. Yes.
With cricket lovers.
Yes.
Based
definitely.
in the South China region, right?
Yes, mostly. But actually, if you look at it, cricket is in Macau, even though majority of the people are from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. But there is a larger community of British and Australians also. And they have been very supportive to Macau Cricket Association. And nothing completes without them. Unfortunately, in this event, they will not be joining us because most of them are on holidays.
Oh, but yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Because of this time of the year.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
You were mentioning, and I did single that out at the beginning of our talk, which is the fact that cricket is a very popular sport, but it's rather limited in terms of popularity to a great extent to South Asian countries. India, of course. Indians are crazy about cricket.
Yes.
Pakistanis, you are from Pakistan.
Yes.
People from Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and of course a number of Anglo-Saxon countries, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, etc. How is this reflected in the people practicing cricket in Macau? Are they mostly from these communities?
Definitely, yes. Most of them are from that community. Mostly before we had a bigger number from Pakistan, but then shifted to now bigger community is the Indian community. Most of the people who are working in casinos and different companies and corporations, they are the one in majority now.
How many people are we talking about? People who practice, members of your association, let's say.
We have very free kind of membership because we don't offer anything actually. We don't have a ground, we don't have an office, we don't have anything. So we don't have a very proper membership. We don't get anything from anyone. So we have about something like 35 to 40 people who play cricket regularly on Friday night and Sunday morning. That's all we have. But with them, there are a lot of friends who join on regular basis, but for short term. People come like sometimes we have 25, 30 people in the ground on one day. Sometimes we have 15 or 20. Yeah.
Friday night, Sunday morning.
Yes.
Where?
Near Macau Tower, there is a multi-purpose sports facility, the soccer field. We play there. Yeah, it's a wonderful place.
And this leads me to the crux of the question, I would say, when it comes to the potential and the hurdles for the development of cricket in Macau, which, of course, boils down to the fact that Macau doesn't have a circular grassy ground, a proper ground field to play cricket.
Yes.
Any hopes of this?
Okay. When we started the association, At that time, we were over-ambitious, that we thought that within 1 or 2 years, then we will have a cricket ground here, international teams will be coming, we will be invited to go to different places, cricket will flourish in Macau. But the reality is that Macau has a small area, and there are other bigger problems like housing and other thing. In this we cannot expect. So we learned something during this time. We learned that it's not reasonable to expect that we will have a cricket ground here. So going through all this SWOT analysis, what is our strength, what is the weaknesses?
Opportunities and threats.
Yes. So we say challenges, yeah, instead of threats. So those challenges we marked down one by one, all this on a paper, and we came up that we want to play cricket. So let's play cricket. Regardless of what ground we have, whether there is a grass or no grass, or there is a boundary line or no, there whatever condition. So we also invented new rules to fit in that. So when people come from different places to play with us, like from Hong Kong or from Guangzhou, when they come, they find it strange that how come you guys have these rules? These are not allowed in cricket. But that's Macau. I mean, we play cricket. Main idea is to have fun, get together, and just enjoy the game.
In a way, that's a unique feature, and yet another distinctive feature of Macau. Now, this Macau Cricket Festival is going to be held at the Hong Kong Secondary School, Hong Kong Middle School.
Yes.
Which is located just across the Macau Mosque.
Yes.
For those who are not familiar, why this ground? I mean,
why this? Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, when we started playing cricket, we were playing in different places. Different people, actually, people used to get together, 5 or 6 people, and they used to play cricket. But then people start to get organized. So we start organizing, and first time when we started playing in Hong Kong, actually. So we were familiar with Hong Kong, playing cricket. Then we moved to TIS, the international school.
Right.
That is the grass field, beautiful ground. And then coming back to this is because international school charge the fees, which is 1,000 per hour, which is if we organize an event for 10 hours, we need to pay 10,000, which is not easy for people like us, for association, to have so much money, because also organizing event is cost also. Teams also coming from outside, they already spend a lot of money to come here and staying in a hotel. We cannot charge them too much. So it gets the fun out of the whole thing. So what we want to play, exactly like the way we play in Macau, that regardless of the condition, just come, have fun, enjoy. So we don't go for the special facility or complain about that we don't have a grass in the ground and things like that.
So there's something curious about the fact that it's going to take place at Hong Kong Middle School. It is a place, as far as I can see, which is closely connected to the early days of cricket in Macau, at least as we know it. And you were here since the very beginning, because I was saying that cricket has been played in Macau at least since the 1980s. You arrived in Macau in 1987.
Yes.
30 years ago.
Yes.
How was it back then?
It was quiet. It was nice. For me, it was like I found paradise on earth, because I came from Pakistan. I was in the University of Macau, in the old campus.
University of East Asia was called.
East Asia, yes. But yes, East Asia. And we were living in the dormitory there, on the hostel. So we used to just walk down where the sports facilities right now. It was an open space. There were just some small basketball courts. We used to play cricket whole day, and nobody care about that. Nobody disturb. Nobody come to ask anything. Yeah, things change now. Macau is very, very crowded. A lot of things, which is a good thing, because economically Macau is doing well. People are happy. Everybody is earning more, and there are other negative things, but we don't talk about negative things. We talk about positive. So positive thing is that it has brought a big number of cricket lovers to Macau. Before, we didn't have.
Migrant workers, the number of migrant workers has been increasing significantly over the past 30 years, as, of course, especially when it comes to
After
people
the
from South Asia, right?
Yes, yes, and it's good thing. It's good that it adds color to Macau brand. It's good that we are happy that we have different kind of people with different culture and everything. And most important thing is that everybody is getting along, and there is cricket there to unite them and
So
have fun.
cricket is, to some extent, some would say, even a sort of way of life, but at least it could be considered as a cultural ambassador of especially some countries, right?
Some, yes, but we have this thing that we say to all cricketers, and all cricketers also understand that when we are in Macau, we are not representing our countries. We are all from different countries. When we are in Macau, and especially when we are playing for Macau Cricket Association, we want to represent Macau. So regardless of religion, culture, whatever nationality you have, we come to the ground, we pretend, we act like we are from Macau. Even when people come and talk to us, we say we are Macau cricketers. So that's,
And you've been based here for
Yes,
30 years,
30
so
years,
you'd consider
yes.
yourself a Macau person, right?
yes, definitely.
Is it a gentleman's game?
It is gentleman game, but it's changing also. The environment is changing. We have more busy life. People get frustrated more easily. So it's also cricket is I mean, it represents whatever we have, the culture and everything. In England and other places, it's still gentleman game.
Meaning that it should be played with temper,
Yes.
And without cheating, of course. That is
Yes.
a basic rule. And also without any excessive appeals, right?
Yes, it need to be polite. I mean, you need to be polite with opponents. You need to shake hand before the game. In the middle, we have water break, so we sit together, both teams. It's not that so much different in other sports. Sit together, have water, have a talk. Then we have tea also in the afternoon. We have lunch break also. All the teams just sit together. It's more like a social thing than really a competition. But when you bring competition, especially those cricketers, including myself, like from Pakistan, for us it's like a matter of life and death.
Right.
You must win the match, and that's we are trying to teach the newcomers who come from our countries that let's relax, okay? Let's calm down and enjoy the game instead of concentrating too much on winning. So that's still we try to make it a gentleman's sport. No fight, no argument.
So that would be, I would say, probably a key component of a sort of soft power of cricket. And I would like you to talk about this outreaching programs that you've been carrying out, especially among, of course, kids from international schools, English language schools, the International School of Macau.
Yes.
What also the Macau Anglican College as well,
Yes,
right?
yes. When we started the association, we made a lot of connection with a lot of people. A lot of coaches also contacted us, and we helped the schools build their own cricket teams. Like Samyuk Middle School is one of the local school. Also the international school, TIS, Anglican College. They all had their own cricket teams. Even coaching was going on in TIS for some time. But the thing is that once we don't have a continuous program running for cricket development, then those children who grow up, they don't find any future in cricket. So that's not good thing actually. And we were kind of disappointed with ourselves that we were not able to carry on as we thought earlier, because we could not organize the events, no ground available. At least children want that when there is a match, there is a competition or something, they are invited to come and watch and then have some chance to play a little bit of cricket together with the adults. That will bring interest into that. So now, next 5 years, we are going to have this plan to go back to schools and try to promote it again. And we are not worried about the grounds availability or not thing. We are just concentrating on whatever available. just try to make use of that. Yeah.
This event, Sunday's event, will bring, as I was saying, cricketers based in Guangdong and Hong Kong and Macau together here in the Macau
Yes.
SAR. How often do you go to Guangzhou and to Hong Kong?
We don't go so often. We should go more often actually. But the thing is that because most of the people they work, and it takes time, whole day. Even if we go to Guangzhou, because going to Guangzhou takes few hours, reaching the ground, then playing for whole day, and then next coming back.
They got good facilities over there?
That's very nice. Yes, the ground is the same one that they built for the Asian Games. Cricket is part of Asian Games.
That was in 2010.
Yeah, so that's a wonderful facility actually, and it's quite often available for cricket. So there's regular cricket going on there. And we don't go to Hong Kong so often because most of the players, they are from different countries. It's difficult for most of the people. Some people it's easier to get visa, but there's visa restrictions to go to Hong Kong for some countries. So some players who are available, then we need to see whether they can get visa or not. So,
most of them are non-resident workers, right?
Yes.
Blue card holders.
Yes, yes.
They work in the casino,
They work in
hotel
casinos.
industry.
Yes, yeah.
How do they manage to squeeze some time to come to the ground? I mean, on Friday night, Sunday morning, right?
Yeah, that's become a very important part of their life now, because like us, I mean, all of us, we are working. For us also, it's difficult to get the time. For myself, so we put two timings: Friday night and Sunday morning. These people, because they don't have anything else socially, they go to work, working for 12 hours, coming back, washing their clothes, washing their dishes, cooking food for themselves, also taking care of the family back home, talking to them, socializing with them. They don't have a chance to relax for a while. So by offering them cricket, they find happiness actually. They find something that they can relate to themselves, that as if they are home and enjoying something. So they wait for Friday night and Sunday morning. There are a lot of people, if we sometime, because of the bad weather, we cancel, they are very disappointed also.
So what about reaching out to the Chinese community, which is, of course, the overwhelming majority of the population here? Any inroads in that respect?
Yeah, well, we try to learn from Hong Kong, from China. China has 85,000 registered cricketers. Looking at China, that we don't see so much cricket going on, 85,000 registered cricketers is a big achievement. Looking at Hong Kong, we see the same kind of situation in like Macau, that most of the people who are playing cricket, they are from different countries. Even though they are living in Macau, they are living in Hong Kong, they are Hong Kong residents, but they are from different countries, majority of them. So Hong Kong is also trying to reach to the local schools. I think they are trying now more, putting a lot of effort in that and a lot of resources. If we can do somehow small effort, we have planned that, okay, we go back to 3 or 4 or 5 schools in next 4 years. And if we can establish 2 or 3 teams from every school, cricket will automatically start to pick up from there. They are trying to do the same thing, because we cannot continue cricket in Macau if we just rely on expatriates. Expatriates are here and they leave. That's what happened to us 5 years ago, that we were concentrating more on expatriates, adults, and then we lose focus on the children and the locals, and that's how we stopped. We could not carry on.
Over these years, have you had some Chinese joining your events, taking a look at practicing or just showing?
Oh yes, definitely. We play in the place where on weekends it's filled with basketball, soccer, all this kind of players there.
And they stop and take a look at what's going on here, right?
Yeah, they always they are very interested to look at the cricket bat, because that looks unique. it's not a baseball bat.
Maybe, yeah, maybe they are familiar with the baseball bat, right? You know,
Yeah.
the cricket one is different.
Yeah, and baseball team is also there. They are also practicing in the same ground.
They can
Yeah,
compare. Oh, look at your bat. This
Yeah.
is my bat.
and a lot of things are common in baseball and cricket. So we often see some of our players actually going there to practice the bowling to the baseball team. And also because of the coordination, if you practice with the baseball, it helps you play a good shot in cricket also.
So, have you had any people like doing that kind of transition from baseball to cricket?
Well,
Is it common?
we are trying to make our player go into baseball to learn something from that. But we don't see them coming to us to learn cricket. But we find a lot of interesting things. There's people passing by, sometimes families. They come, they pick up the bat and ask the child to bowl, and they try to play cricket similar to the way we are playing. So we enjoy that. I mean, we try to tell them what is the sport, this and that things. So we explain to them about the sport.
You're talking about feedback from the communities. What about the government?
Well, we don't really go to the government too much because the reason is that in the beginning we were asking the Sports Development Board or the Sports Bureau to provide facilities for us, ground and everything. We came to realize actually that it's really unfair to continuously go and ask for something that is not possible. There are a lot of other sports also struggling the same problem here. We realize, I mean, that yes, Macau is a busy place, a lot of association, a lot of sports being played here. Facilities are limited, but what we want to suggest is that if they can make these grounds or facilities multi-purpose instead of one sport, then it will help the whole community because people can play any sport in the ground. It doesn't have to be only a particular sport.
But if we got that, I mean, if we got a sufficient number of multi-purpose fields or grounds?
Not much, yes. But that's something we really want to see. I hope that it happens in next future because Macau is not going to overnight suddenly expand and become big country or a big city. Something has to be planned here. Something need to, I mean, we cannot just think about that Macau doesn't have a place. Macau doesn't have a place. Every time we ask the question, Macau doesn't have a place. Yes, but we need to come up with, okay, whatever resources we have, like we are thinking that no matter what ground we have, we need to play cricket. So, okay, whatever ground we have right now, if it can be changed into multi-purpose.
Can you give us an example, a couple of examples of existing grounds which could easily be turned into a cricket ground, at least something close to what you'd like to?
Yeah, I see that international school, soccer field, we play cricket there. This March, Ashes was organized
That's
there.
right.
Perfect, beautiful ground actually. We don't need to do anything there. We just mark the ground as for the pitch and we can play cricket. Macau University of Science and Technology, that's
Just
other
next
ground,
door.
just next one. We don't need to do anything. University of Macau also has the ground. We don't need to do anything there. We can put a mat that is suitable for placing on the ground. It doesn't destroy the grass, it doesn't hurt anything, and we can play cricket. So, I mean, it's also a change from our side that we try to convince those who are coming to play cricket that they need to accept some of the things. They cannot have this kind of standard all the time that if they are going to Macau to play cricket, Macau will have a grass and perfect cricket ground. These things are not possible. And I think people understand. Macau has a lot to offer. And these things become less important once we point out to them that you are coming to have fun, enjoy, have a nice food here. Macau offers so much more. And cricket is just part of it, a small segment of that.
Any other future plans? You were talking about a sort of a 5-year plan for development.
Yes. The main objective is that if we can establish cricket at the school level. Now, second step goes to get the membership, associate membership of Asian Cricket Council, which is most of the Asian countries who play cricket, they get the associate membership. And that helps for the future of cricket, because any child who play cricket can have a chance to play and represent on Asian level. It connects us to the global cricket. Once getting the Asian Cricket Council associate membership, we can also go on further to go for the International Cricket Council membership. So this is a long way. But on the way, first we want to concentrate on the schools, that what we have planned for next 5 years. 5 years is to just introduce cricket and promote cricket. Development part come later, once we have introduction, because a lot of people, I think majority of the people don't even know.
Not so familiar with that.
Yes,
right?
yeah. So that's the first thing we want to take, first step.
These are the foundations, right?
Exactly. So once we have that, it's like infrastructure. You need to have roads, you need to have bridges, you need to have all these facilities if you want to create a city. So cricket is also like that. I mean, we need to have base first established firmly, so we can continuously produce cricket from the schools, and then they go on to play other places and represent Macau.
One last question for those viewers who already have a keen interest or are becoming curious about what is this all about, cricket, right? What shall they do to approach you? Should they show up on Friday night or Sunday morning near the Macau Tower just to get to know you?
They can just Google search Macau cricket, and they will find we have Facebook page. They can send the request to us. They can send an email. Email is macaucricket@gmail.com. It's very, very simple. Or they can just find us. It's not difficult to find us. We are always there on Friday night and Sunday morning next to Macau Tower. We only when weather is bad, we cannot play. That's the only time when we are not there. Otherwise, anybody can reach us. And we are always welcome anybody who want to come and join us. Even for the beginners, if we need to spend few hours with them to explain to them, have fun and enjoy. That's the main idea, that we want to bring people together. That's what the spirit of cricket is, regardless of religion, nationality or race, whatever you have. Just come, pick up the bat, hit the ball.
That's right. And with this, we wrap up our enjoyable talk. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Adnan Nasim.
Thank you very much for inviting us. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you on the show. And to you at home, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week.